Habari, welcome to another video 33 of our Swahili grammar mini course video series. Now this is going to be part A, and in part A we will learn quite a few things. Now video 33 will be all about derivative verbs. Take a look at this example. Lima, the word lima is a verb. Lima, which means cultivate. Lima. And then from the verb lima, you can get several other verbs which mean the same but different in terms of the context and the tense. Okay, so lima is a verb which means cultivate. Then we have limwa, limia, limisha, limishwa, and we will learn all these, what they mean and how are they used in Swahili. Now derivative verbs in Swahili are divided into several parts. We have passive verbs, we have prepositional verbs, we have stative verbs, and we also have causative verbs, we have reciprocal verbs, we have conversive verbs, and argumentative verbs. Now we will learn all these one after another. Okay, now to start with the passive verb. Now in the passive verb, the subject undergoes the action rather than doing it. Okay, if the verb ends with one vowel, the passive extension is wa. If the verb ends with one vowel, the passive extension is wa. Take this as an example. Funga is a verb which means close. Funga. Now back to our formula here. If the verb ends with one vowel, the passive extension is wa. So funga becomes fungwa. We have one vowel here at the end of the verb funga, so the passive extension is wa, then becomes fungwa, which means be closed. Funga means close. Fungwa means to be closed. Soma, another example of the verb soma, which means read. It ends with one vowel and becomes somwa, which means be read. Okay. Piga, another example. Piga, which means beat. Piga. Then becomes pigwa, which means be beaten. Kataa, which means refuse. Now, can you see we have two vowels this time? The verb kataa has two vowels. Now remember our rule, our formula says if the verb ends with one vowel, the passive extension is wa. Now in the verb kataa, we have two vowels instead. So that rule is not applicable here, okay? So what's the rule for the verb kataa? If the verb ends with two a, or ends with a, or ends with a, the verb takes the extension liwa. Liwa. Okay? So, kataa ends with two a, becomes kataliwa. 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 Be refused. Kataliwa. Kataliwa. Fagia. 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 Fagia, which means sweep. Fagia. The verb ends with er. Fagiliwa. 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 Vua. 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 Vua, which means undress. The verb ends with a, and according to the rule, it becomes vuliwa. 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 Be undressed. Now, if the verb ends with er or it takes the extension lewa. Example, lea. Lea, which means bring up or raise, becomes lelewa. 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 Lelewa, which means be brought up or be raised. Komboa. 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 Komboa, which means redeem. Kombolewa. 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 Now, a few verbs with passive forms. Ua. 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 Ua, which means kill. Uwawa. 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 Or uliwa. 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 Uliwa, which means be killed. Tia. 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 Tia, which means put. Tiwa. 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 Or tiliwa. 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 Tiliwa, which means be put. Now, if the verb ends with e or u, it takes the extension iwa. Tafsiri. 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 Tafsiri, which means translate. Tafsiriwa. 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 Tafsiriwa, be translated. Abudu. 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 Abudu, which means worship. Abudiwa. 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 Abudiwa, be worshipped. If the verb ends with e, if the verb ends with if the verb ends with text the extension ewa. Okay? Samehe, 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 which means forgive. Samehewa, 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 which means be forgiven. If the verb ends with au, it takes the extension liwa. Example, dharau, 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 which means neglect. Dharauliwa, 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 which means be neglected. Sahau, 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 which means forget. Sahauliwa, 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 which means be forgotten. Alright, now that's it for part A. When we continue in the next video, part B, we will learn about the prepositional verb. Alright, well, thank you for watching this video. I hope you did learn something new, something interesting. And if you have questions or suggestions, please let me know in the comment section below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like or dislike button, and I will see you in the next video. Kwaheri. If you want to become fluent in conversational Swahili, please consider subscribing so you can receive a new video every week.